Hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome to yet another episode of Raw and Real, and today we have with us Vidya Panikkar from the Millennial Mommyhood. She will be joining us shortly. Raw and Real is an initiative by New Mother to let the world know that there are so many inspiring women around us. Every woman has a story, and every woman has her own share of good and bad experiences from which each one of us can definitely learn something. This is a tribute to sisterhood, and I welcome you again to this fascinating episode of Raw and Real with Vidya Panikkar. I'll just get these people in. Yes, I have them. Hi, Vidya.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, you are. And I hope I'm audible too.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Vidya. This is Vidya
Hi.
here.
Hello. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm addressing Vidya, our guest Vidya. Thank you so much for being with us today and taking out time to, really talk to us about yourself and about your journey. It's great and it's really great pleasure to have you with us today. Vidya, you want to say something? I just gave an introduction about you before you guys joined in. Vidya, if you want to say something, please.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much. And I was going through your initiative, and trust me, it's really good because new moms are always overwhelmed, and something, a platform for them like this, like how you have built with so much of information, is something which is much needed. So yeah, and once again, thank you so much for having me. And I hope that in today's session, I'll be able to clear out a lot of doubts for all the overwhelmed millennial new moms. Because that's what I always say, millennial moms, we all are a lot overwhelmed because of social media and so many other information. So I hope that this session is going to help clear out a lot of buzz around new motherhood and all.
Yes,
Definitely,
hopefully.
definitely, Vidya. Yes. Yeah, let's get started. I will ask the first
Yeah.
question, Nilüfer. Second one is for you.
Sure.
Okay.
Before you start, I just want to tell, your hair looks lovely, Vidya, our guest Vidya.
Yes.
It's like, I just loved it, the way
Thank
it's
you,
done.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this session, any Vidya, whenever she calls Vidya, I will not answer. Okay, it's for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So, so Vidya, what was it like for you to become a mother? Were you prepared? How was your journey?
Yeah. So, if we are talking about being prepared to be a mother, we planned for Dhruv. Like, Dhruv is my son. He's 4 year old now, like, for those who don't know. So, we planned
Yes.
for him, like, it was a very well planned pregnancy. But then we say that motherhood, comes with a lot of new things, new challenges to you for which you are never prepared, no matter how much you have studied or no matter how much you are trained or anything. So, I was a teacher, and before I became a mother, I taught for almost like 4 years from first standard to even 10th and 12th standard. And I was like, okay, what is there? Let it come. It's just a baby. I'll be able to handle him or her, whatever it is. But the moment I became a mother, I was like, everything just came crashing down, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know. I have to start from zero. So that's how it was. So I'll not say that I was prepared, but yes, I tried to learn a lot about nutrition, and me being into the educational field, I really wanted to explore a lot about early education, and how the 0 to 6 years children usually have absorbent mind, and how we can build that bond with the child and so on. So that way I had a lot of preparing. But then when I became a mother, and when I had the little one in my hand with all responsibility, and so much of things coming out from other people around me, I was like, okay, I need to take everything very slowly. I have to go slowly, and I have to slowly live one moment at a time. And that's how I was. Yeah.
Just to add, this is not there in our list, but how different was it for you? Like, you were with the kids before, and now after mother, you are with the kids. So how different it is? How are you? I mean, the experience, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So, when you are a teacher, I was like very friendly to all my students. Okay. I was like more of, friend kind of relationship with them. So, when I was pregnant, like I taught in school till, the 8th month. So my students used to come around me and take care of me, pull out a chair for me and ma'am, sit, please have something, have water. In between, the class, they'll be like, ma'am, please stop, ma'am, have some water, ma'am, sit, ma'am. So I used to get all this pampering from them. But as you told, the difference between being a teacher, being around these children, and then having a child of your own, I felt that being a teacher, I was a little strict also when it comes to marks or performing, because there's a lot of questions you have to answer to the management also. But then when I became a mom, I understood that, every child is not similar, right? Every child is different. They have their own abilities, they have their own potential. So I was like, no matter what happens, there are a lot of things which I've learned when I was a teacher. For example, some parents really supporting, their children, no matter how much they are scoring, or even if they try to get even 1 mark extra also, even if they are below average also, they'll be like, it's okay, you've tried your best. Some parents pressurizing them a lot. So from there I learned, okay, these are the things which I should not be doing as a parent, and these are the things which I will be doing as a parent. So got a lot of things to learn from them, got a lot of things to learn from children also. So I'm using that now with Dhruv. So the last
Nice.
thing that I do with him is to pressurize him for anything which he's not ready for. So take your own time, chill. Mama is there for you. Don't worry.
Nice. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nilüfer.
That sounds. uh, Yeah, Vidya, I'll proceed with the next one. Okay, just to give you some background about myself, I have a 3-year-old, soon to be 3-year-old son, and okay, I just can't talk. I can keep talking about my day around him. There are so many tantrums, so many meltdowns. I'm done by even by the time it's 12 in the noon. I'm so done. I'm done with the day, and by Wednesday I'm done with the week. It's like that for me. It's so much running around, crying, screaming, and whatnot. And then comes the concept of gentle parenting. Okay, and I was actually watching so many videos of yours. I also checked out your YouTube channel. So you talk about it so nicely. Okay, like your views on gentle parenting are like I really enjoyed watching that, and I even thought that okay, let me try something. But overall, there's so much buzz in social media about gentle parenting. Okay, and there's one video in which you are saying that gentle parenting has been taken all wrong by people. Okay, it's high rated, or it's wrongly understood. So we would love to know more about it from you, right from you.
Yeah. So, as you told, I agree by the fact, and I have also posted a lot about it on my page. Gentle parenting is a really wonderful concept, but nowadays, because of a lot of posts and reels and other things that are going around, people have got a very wrong concept about gentle parenting. Okay, I would always stress about the fact that gentle parenting is not being gentle to your child at the cost of suppressing your emotions, or we are humans, right? So there may be a lot of instances where you may lose it, and you may like you may maybe raise your voice at the child or anything like that. But then at that moment, a lot of thoughts will start flushing into your mind ki, okay, I'm not a good parent. Why am I doing this? Somebody told me that gentle parenting means not to raise my voice on the child. And then comes a lot of guilt and other things. Okay, I see this mom blogger, or I see this parenting coach doing, talking to the child so beautifully in their reel. How can I be such a bad mom? How can I raise voice? My child is suffering because of this. And mom guilt is the last thing that we want to add to our list. I say that as a mom, we already have like hundreds of things on our head. Okay, mom guilt is something which we don't want. So I would really like to tell each and every one of you who's watching this right now that gentle parenting does not mean being harsh on yourself. It's okay if you are losing your, your patience, or you're losing temper, and you're raising your voice on the child at times. It's fine. Okay, it means that you have to validate your emotions first before validating your child's emotion. How will you fill your child's cup if your cup is empty, right? That's what we say. So take care of yourself first, and then take care of your child. Okay, when you are happy, when you are not having any kind of mom guilt, naturally you will be a good parent. Okay, you don't have to be trained, or you don't have to go through books and books to understand about gentle parenting for the same. So I'll just sum up this entire gentle parenting in a very simple way so that it does not overwhelm anybody. First of all, just consider your child to be like, like, see, if your child is not doing anything which is dangerous to them or anything around them, maybe, like when they are running around or when they want to play with something, it's just because they want to play. They are small kids, that's their job. So most of the time we scold them for things which, which they are supposed to do as children. So before you jump and you scold, you think that, is it going to harm anybody in any way? The child is playing with some utensils, we say, keep, what are you doing, just put it back, or something like that. So if it is not going to harm anybody or the child in any way, just leave it and let the child play. And similarly, talk to your child in a very in a very friendly way. I'll not say in a very gentle way or anything. In a very friendly way, how you'll talk to an adult. Okay, don't keep on saying that, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. Just ask them what they want to do, or just tell them what they have to do. For example, don't jump. You can say that, if you jump you may get hurt. Why don't you sit here and we'll do some other activity or something like that. So consider your child to be somebody who's out there in this world, who don't know anything but who want to do a lot, okay, at the same time. And you as an adult have so many things again on your head to complete, and you get really irritated about whatever is happening around you. But just calm down and just talk to your child, be friendly with your child. But if in any case, because of so many things happening in your head, if you lose your patience, or if you shout at your child or anything, please take your time. Don't fall into any kind of mom guilt. Go to your child and say that, see, mama raised like mama raised her voice on you. I know that I'm wrong, but just explain to the child about the situation, that I was scared that you may fall, or you may just trip and fall down, or you may get hurt. So just explain things to the child, but please never ever fall into any kind of mom guilt, and never ever compare yourself with anybody. Even me, even my reels, or the way I'm talking to my child on my Instagram page or anything, it's just few seconds. There's a lot of things happening, there's a lot of time when I also kind of lose my temper on the child, and it's very natural. Okay, but if I keep on thinking that, okay, I have lost my temper on my child and I'm a bad mom, then the whole day is going to go off like this. So don't do that. Take it gently on you first before you be a gentle parent. That's what I would like to say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
just
can
have
feel
one
really sorry.
question over here. Yeah, but there's so like yeah, like it sounds really nice. Okay, that yeah, like you talk to your kid. But what if the kid is not really responsive to you? Okay, like you have been trying. Like I just saw one of your video in which you said, don't ask, get the bag. You can like be more specific. That get that blue bag or get that red bag, and then the child will listen. Like uh, like is there any age when children really start listening to you and responding to you in maybe like whatever attempts you are like whatever you're trying to do, and you get the response that you are expecting, say after 1 2 3 tries. But then there are certain situations or certain, like I don't know, but then there are certain situations when the kid doesn't respond at all. How do you suggest to handle those situations? Like what to do? Just leave the kid alone, walk away? What is the right thing to do at that time?
Yeah. So, a very major reason of kids not responding or, not doing the things that we want them to do is that most of the time we don't appreciate them for the things that they are doing. We do scold them for the things that they have done wrong, but, even the tiniest of the things which they do it really well. For example, maybe putting a pencil back into the box after using. So we don't appreciate that. So what I'll say, if you really want your child to listen to you, you have to start working on yourself also. Keep appreciating them. Like, who doesn't love to be appreciated, right? Like, you told me that my hair looks good and I was like so happy, and that was like an energy booster for me. And same things happen with the child. So keep on appreciating. And like, if literally anybody see me talking to my child, they'll think that I'm a crackhead because I'll be like, I have that tone. The way we talk to the child, it's also very different. So keep on saying that, wow, oh my God, you it so well. Uh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. There was
So,
some slight
yeah, yeah. So this is the major thing, keep on appreciating your child, and definitely they will listen to you. But again, they are children, and there may be some instances where they don't listen to you, or they are in their own world and they want to do their own things. For example, if I'm taking a book and I'm, telling Dhruv, come, let's sit and read, and he don't want to do, I will take the book and I'll read it myself, and I'll read it loudly. So over the period of time, if he's really interested, but he's distracted by things which is around them, he will come to me and he will sit and read. But if I feel that he's not at all coming and he's glued into something else which is more interesting for him, then I just leave it. Okay, so that's the thing. So there's no point in stressing or going behind the child, or making them forced to do something, but just, yeah. So this is what we do. But truly appreciating your child a lot, at least whenever you can throughout the day, for whatever tiniest thing they have done. Okay, it really helps a lot. I mean, they think that they are doing it so well, and mama is appreciating me, and they also try to do whatever, not do whatever we are saying, but they'll be like really very happy to do whatever they are supposed to do. Yeah.
thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you so
I
much.
hope it works. Yeah, many a times, no, it is
I'll
really
try.
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the reason I told I can feel Nilufar is because we speak every day, and I know her son, okay? So that's why I was able to relate to it. Yeah.
He might shoot me, okay, for defaming him. Like he might just grow old and watch this video
Ah,
and like
he's
he
the
might sue
cutest.
me.
Yeah, no, he's the cutest. If you see him now, Vidya, you will not believe Nilufar, okay? Like that. Yeah. See, for the next question, whenever we approach new mothers, right, after childbirth, they always say, I wish I knew this, or I wish I had planned a little. This is after childbirth. During pregnancy, they are not realizing that, there is something coming up and I need to plan. Why do you think, I mean, why do they not want to prepare for postpartum period?
Yeah. So, as I told in the beginning itself, it's very, very important to be prepared for whatever is coming in future. So when you know that you're pregnant, it's always good to, do some courses or read some books. There are so many good books available. Go through some good documentaries and prepare yourself and understand that what are the things that are going to come. Now also, if when I sit and talk to some mothers, new mom to be's or dad to be's and all, they don't even know that there is something called postpartum depression. Okay, and then what happens is that towards the end, when the child is here and the mom is going through baby blues or depression or anything, they think that it's just normal. It's just something which you're making up in your mind. There's nothing called depression. So they have to be aware of these things, and this also help in very it just makes everything so simple for the mom and the child also. So that's why I would always say that if you know that you're going to be a mom, or if you're going to be a dad, equally important. Even dad have to be equally there with the mom. It's not just the mother, right? So you have to be prepared. Go through a lot of posts, go through a lot of researches, go through a lot of books, a lot of videos, a lot of courses, and try to understand what are the things that are going to come up. How can you make it a little bit more better? for the mom, for the dad or baby or whatever it is. Okay, so being prepared always helps. Okay, it's not just about now when we are talking about being prepared, a lot of people usually look at the academic side. That's what I have noticed now. A lot of people think, okay, when the child is born, what are the activities that we can do? Because these are the things which are being showcased a lot on social media. But there are a lot of other emotional things also which have to be taken care of, like the mental well-being of mother, or how the mother is feeling, or how the baby is feeling, how the baby how we are connecting with the child, and so on. So all these things, it's always best to be prepared before you actually have to go and face the situation.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that, Vidya. Actually, I have a question. Um, since you have done child psychology, I want to understand, okay, how important is mother's mental health, for a child? This also matters a lot after childbirth, especially. During pregnancy, most of the mothers are in, at least majority of them are in good mental health. But after childbirth, it is really important. And what is your suggestion about it?
Yeah. So, as you told, a mother's mental health, or let me say, not just a mother, even the whole environment around which, the child is in, everything affects how the child is going to be in future. Okay, not just future, it just affects the overall development of the child. So let me say,
Mhm.
if mother is really very depressed, and there is no support which is available to the mom, nobody's there to take care of her, or even ask her, how she is, or how she's feeling, or can I do something good for you, or anything like that. Naturally the mother is very depressed, and mother being the person who is the first in contact, we say the one who's there for the child all the time. If the mother is detached from the child emotionally, naturally the child will not have that kind of that development with the child should be having. So there is also a study wherein they have shown, like a research where they have shown like two children aged 3 years old, one child who have grown up in a very toxic environment where there's not much of mingling or a lot of fight and other things, which mother is depressed, father keeps on fighting and other things, and another child which have grown up in a very normal family where there's a very loving mama connecting with the child, bonding with the child, father coming and connecting, and there's a lot of difference in their brain activities. So I've also shared a post about it some time back where I've shared the the research images and other things which they have shared, and it have very clearly shown how the child who's growing in that kind of environment, a very toxic or a very not emotionally connected environment, is actually affecting the child, right? So that's what. So as you told, a mother's mental health is also very important when it comes to the well-being of the child also.
Yeah, right. And I I came across a post of regarding depression on your page. So was it postpartum depression, or and would you like to share your experience around it and how you overcome that?
Yeah. So, yes, it was postpartum depression, but sadly, I've not talked a lot about it on my platform. But the post which you are saying is something where I have opened up for the first time. So, what happened was, like, before that, I would really like to tell everyone that baby blues is something which happens to many of the new moms, but then postpartum depression is something which happens to nearly, we say, 6.5 to 20% of new moms, and many of the moms don't know. Okay, so there are a lot of mothers who have come to one-to-one counseling with me, and they have spoken that I'm going through these problems. I'm not able to love my child, and I'm not able to love myself. I look so ugly and other things. But people around me are not understanding things. They are saying that it's just something which you are creating in your mind. You just sit and watch some movie, and you will be fine. So it's not like that, right? So postpartum depression, there have to be a lot of more awareness on this, especially on for people who are around new moms, because they can make things very easy for mother. Like if you're talking about me, uh, I was going through such a terrible phase wherein I used to cry for things, like if I'm not able to feed my child, I'll be crying. If I'm able to feed my child, I'll be crying. For everything, I'll be sitting and crying. The face was really, really bad. But I had a lot of supportive system around me. my family, my in-laws, my husband, my sister was there, who were there around me, who were taking care of all my needs. So even when I was going through, we will not be able to get proper sleep when we are having a baby. We have to keep on feeding them, right? At nights also. So that time also I had my mom-in-law who was like taking care of the child, and she was saying, okay, you go and sleep. So having a very strong family, or having a very, strong, maybe a husband or somebody who's there to support you, is very important. And that's what helped me come out of it. So that's that is
Right.
something. And now, my sister is also pregnant, and that's what whenever I go and meet her husband, this is the first thing that I'll be saying, come, sit down, sit with me. I want to talk to you about, baby blues and postpartum depression, and,
Right.
all these mood changes and everything. You have to understand that, so that, it becomes very easy for her also. So this is what I tell all the dad to be, some mom to be, that, this is something which affects, I think, almost everybody. Maybe if not, if postpartum depression is like very, very serious thing, but baby blues is something through which most of the moms goes through, or, them blaming about their body, so many body changes, I hate my body, I hate my skin, and other things. But if there is really good supportive system at home, and they are there to be there for you, they are there to tell you that, if things are really worse, let's go and talk to a therapist, or somebody who can actually help you, and not just shoo you off saying that, it's nothing. This is, we even our grandmothers and, mothers and all have gone through that, and, they have had like 10, 12 children, and they are all fine. What is this something you are creating up in your mind? If that thing is not there, things will be very easy for mothers. So yeah, to all who are watching me now, if they'll be saying, oh, you're such a happy mama, everything is so happy, you're such a nice, you're managing everything so well. So through that post, I wanted to tell them that there was a face like this, which most of them have not seen on this page, because this page was made after that phase, so you people don't know. But we overcame that, and we are over here, and everything is going very smoothly now. So take your time, take everything very slowly, ask for help. That is most important. Ask for help, for people to help you out, so that you can take a nap, or maybe you can go and take a shower, and, you can feel good yourself. Or if you're not able to cope up with anything, please go for a medical help. Go and seek help from a doctor, a therapist, or something, and take care of yourself first. Yeah.
I have a question for you. It's just like, Vidya. So you mentioned some really beautiful things, and I felt that we are actually missing out on certain things over here. You mentioned that it's really important for the to bring in the partner and make him understand that what his wife is going through, right? So that's one key point. Yes, we do talk about that in our relationships, how to handle relationships after childbirth. So we do talk about that over there. But then, yeah, I think this point is thought worthy, that why only women should be following new mother, like because we have most of our audience as women, right? But then it makes more sense to have men as well. Yeah. So now coming to my next point, you also mentioned about support system. So that is something great. Okay, that's something we completely, totally believe in, that yeah, you need a support system, and that doesn't really make you weak, it makes you stronger, what's right for you,
True.
and you're asking it, or you're taking it at the right time. Now, in the support system, fine, the family is there. Okay, family is there, your husband, your siblings, your in-laws, your parents, yeah, so you have that kind of support. But then do you think having like-minded women, women like you, who may have recently given birth to a baby, like how much do you think that support will be valuable? Do you think that it would help? Would it even help? And is it worth it? Say, we talk about having groups, like women support groups. Okay, we have so many groups, even on social media, like we have so many groups on Facebook, and women join that. Okay, so do you think that's helpful? What's your opinion on this?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, yeah, a lot. And, with this, I would like to say the first thing which I did when I was a mom was, when I became a mom and I wanted support, and, same kind of people around me, was build a group for all moms in Bangalore. And it really helps a lot. Anyway, it's still there, like it's been 3+ years, and now also it's there, helping a lot of moms out there in WhatsApp. So yeah, as you told, it's very very important having people who are in the same phase of your life, supporting you. Maybe they may also be like clueless about what's happening over there, but at least that mental and emotional support which you'll be getting through them, it's like very very important. So yeah. And also a lot of groups, like how you told, no, mom help groups is something which helps a lot. Like instantly, if you're having a lot of doubt or confusion, and then you want to connect with people, and there will be somebody who will come up with solution that they have gone through, and they have tried something and have helped up, or just to give that mental support and all. I think these kind of groups are also very very helpful.
Thank you so much, Vidya, for that.
Yeah, actually, see, whenever we speak to new mothers, right, especially in the Raw and Real series, every mother is from a different professional background, but has gone through, or experienced baby blues or postpartum depression. It's just I'm just raising this point so as all the mothers should understand. It does not matter what we were doing or anything, any what we were in profession, whether you were continuously exercising, you were 100% healthy, but after childbirth everything is different. It's just that
True.
you have no idea what is coming. And for some others, for some other it was cakewalk kind of. They didn't have any issues. That is all good, but there are mothers who have faced issues, and there are so many mothers who are following you with them, and I'm sure they will know by this, they will know that yes, there were hurdles in your life as well. You also have experienced postpartum depression, and with the proper support you were able to come out of it. And and anyone who's watching this who is pregnant, and you want to tell something to their to a dad to be, go please, do recommend our page, no, newmother.in. They can go and view our website, and a
Yeah, yeah,
lot of information is there.
yeah.
Yeah. And Nilufer, you want to add something?
No, I guess
I
like
mean,
we've
ask
covered
anything.
all the ground. I would love to know, more about your book, Vidya.
Yes.
Like, yeah, if you can just give, a little bit about, what your book is about, and then I think we're good. Like, I don't have any further questions.
Yeah. So my book is mainly about how you can raise a curious learner, which basically means it's not about making a topper or anything like that. This is what I always tell on my page, that if I'm saying that early education helps a lot, it does not mean that your child have to become an IIT topper or anything like that in future. It's just like helping your child to be more and more curious about things that's happening around them, and that is what is more important, and that is what leads to learning. That's what I feel. Like if you ask me, even like currently also I will be doing some or the other course, because I'm curious about learning more and more things around them, and that is because of the kind of childhood that I've got with my parents. Okay, so how to raise a curious learner is all about doing tiny kinds of activities, or engagements, things with your child which will make them more curious, which will make them ask a lot, make them ask a lot of questions to you, like, mama, why is this happening like that? Why is the sky blue in color? And so many other things. Maybe at one point we'll be like, oh my god, why is the child asking so many questions? But that's how the child is actually developing. So I will say making your child curious is much much more important than making your child intelligent or topper or anything like that. And that's what my whole book is all about. Currently it is in ebook form, but in New Year, planning to launch it in hard copy, and soon it will be available for everyone.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, just one question on your book, Vidya. What's the age group? Do you recommend that book for like any particular age group of kids, like parents who have kids in that particular age group, or it must be something like that, right?
Yeah, so my book is majorly targeted on children from 0 to 6 years. Because in Montessori, like we say that 0 to 6 years is an absorbent mind, like where children are having an absorbent mind where they learn things from the environment without them actually putting any efforts. Like they just learn it without any efforts, just like a sponge, like absorbing all the water or anything around them. So yeah, so it's mainly from 0 to 6 years, right from birth, how you can connect with your child, how you can talk to your child, how you can take a book and connect with your child through a book, a toy, or anything, and goes up to 6 years.
Right.
Wow, that's
I was,
amazing,
I,
amazing.
yeah.
I'm
And
looking
I saw
forward to
your
having
story.
your book.
I saw a story highlight. Nilufa, she was awake till 3 a.m. 3 a.m. if I'm not wrong. Yeah, when do you sleep? Yeah, working till 3 a.m.
So I was very strict on this. Okay, I used to sleep on time, like by 9:30 and all, I'll be off, and then by 4:30 I used to wake up. But nowadays in Bangalore, the weather is so chill that
Yeah.
we don't feel like waking up at 4:35 and all. So, and I had a lot of things which were pending since long. So I've given myself a deadline that by December 31st I have to complete these things no matter what, because every day I was just delaying, just because I have like I can just do it anytime. So I was like delaying, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. So I have like split the entire things into different parts, and I've given, okay, on 14th of December, I need to finish this much, and then only I'm only going to sleep. 15th, I have to finish this much, then only I'll be going to sleep. So yeah, so I was
Yeah,
awake till
Nilufar.
3 a.m. yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Nilufar always gives me deadlines. I'm like, oh no, I don't want, but
So
deadline,
this
deadline.
helps. Like if I take the
Yeah.
entire, entire task, like together, ki, okay, I need to finish all these things, maybe by Jan or something, I'll not do
Mhm.
that. So I break it, okay, 5 pages, I need to
Yeah.
finish it now on this date. So I will do it and I'll keep it there. I
Yeah.
work on planning. Like my friends always say, if I lose my planner or anything like that, I'll go mad. I work on planning. I need to plan things before I actually jump into it. So yeah, it helps me a lot. It helps me to be, calm.
Yeah. I Nilufar can relate it. Even I can. What this she keeps planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She'll
I just
take
have
one
one more
danda for
question.
me and wait.
I just
Yeah.
have one more question for you, Vidya. Like your kid is 4 year old now, okay, and your book is already launched. So when did you start writing? How did you manage, like motherhood and this new career of yours, like, and plus, like you're a star on Instagram as well. You have so many followers. You are even like quite active on YouTube. So you are everywhere, okay, and managing like a toddler and doing so many different things all by yourself. So how did you do it? How did you manage it?
Okay. So I think this is something which, one of my friend was actually talking to me yesterday. Ki, how are you doing so many things together at the same time? And one thing I will say is I don't know how, but I'm like really very fast at doing things. Very fast. Be it editing or shooting or anything. So Dhruv was sleeping like I think 2 days back. He was just taking a nap, and during that time I got all the things. I made some Christmas craft. I shot also. I edited also. I uploaded on YouTube also. I uploaded on Instagram also. So I was just telling, if I go to Kaun Banega Crorepati or something, I will definitely win the fastest finger first. So this is something which I'll say that it's my talent, that I do things really very fast. But then again, planning helps a lot. Ki, okay, I'll be like, okay, I need to do this in my mind at least. Ki, first I will finish this, then I'll go and do this. But I'm like very quick. And this social media, like I think I have another page, Vidya Shashank. It's my lifestyle page, and I've been blogging there since I think now it's almost 7 years old. So I
Oh.
have been editing videos, editing posts, and other things. So I'm like, and I have been sticking to the same app since ages. So I know in and out of it. So editing and all take me like hardly any time. So yeah, but now I'm trying to expand. As you told, I'm there on YouTube also, because there are a lot of parents, I got to know that they don't use Instagram, but they use YouTube.
Mhm.
A lot of parents, a lot of people. So maybe Instagram is like too fancy and they feel that, it's not going to help out a lot, but YouTube is something which people are actually preferring a lot. So I thought, okay, maybe, I should check that area also. And slowly I'm working on those videos as well.
Nice, nice.
When would you write?
Yeah,
When
all
would
the
you
best
write?
to
When
you. Yeah.
you were asleep, or like when did you find time to write? Because writing is something like, it needs like focus and like, your attention, because you have to be creative. Then that's when the ideas will flow in. So having a toddler running around you, would you write, or like would you find some peaceful time for yourself to do that? And
Yeah,
was
yeah.
there any
So
schedule for you?
yeah, so for me, the major challenge, which I always face is that I don't get a topic. So that's a major thing. Like, which topic should I start with? Like, if I have a topic in hand, it'll be very easy for me. Hardly it'll take like 5 to 10 minutes to complete everything and post. But to get that topic is very tough. So what I do is that, I have a note in my mobile. So if I come across anything, like if I feel that, okay, Dhruv is not listening to me, and then I tried something and then it worked. So I make a note because mobile will be always there with me. Okay, how to do this? So it'll be there. So I'll be having a list of at least 30, 40 things. So I need to just pick one and type. And about creating content, most of the time I do it when Dhruv goes to school. So from 8:30 to like I drop him and I come back. So like from approx 9 o'clock to 12:30 I'll be free, where I have to finish all the cooking other things and all. But baki, whenever I'm having time, I sit and edit, and then I slowly sit and post whenever I'm getting time, or if he's taking a nap or something like that. Yeah, but then I'm quick. So that thing
Thank you
helps.
so
Being quick
much.
helps a lot.
Thank you so much, Vidya, for sharing such wonderful tips
Yeah.
with us. And it's really inspiring to look at you, the way, like, everything that you said, everything that you've done so far. It's something like, I really feel that every woman can look up to and learn things from you. So thank you so much. I have been really
Last question.
inspired with the way you have been doing things. Yeah, Vidya, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One last question. Half
Yeah.
of that question is already answered, so just want to club two questions, okay? So, is there a secret ingredient for parenting and your suggestions for new mothers watching this?
Yeah. So, one very major secret ingredient which I will tell is that, with something I also follow in my motherhood, is not to be overwhelmed by anything around me. Okay, not to be overwhelmed by seeing how, other children are progressing, or, or how other mothers are doing well, or how I'm not able to do well. I'm like, it's okay, it's actually not going to help me out in any way, but instead it's going to make me more depressed or anxious about how I am parenting my child. So don't bother about anything, like especially like even in school also, when I go to PTM, the first thing that I will tell to the teacher is that, ma'am, I'm actually not bothered about how much he's scoring or how much, because he'll take his time, he's small, he will learn. I'm majorly concerned about him being comfortable, him being happy in the class, and that way. So that's the attitude which I hold. And I just let go things off. I'm like, okay, I don't have to keep a lot of tensions or baggages on my head. So I think if you're a mother, this kind of attitude will help you out a lot. If your child is not being potty trained, maybe on that particular month milestone which have been mentioned on Instagram or any other internet or social media or anything like that, it's okay. Like, we don't find adults walking around in diapers, right? So they do get potty trained over the period of time, but there's no point in sitting and getting tensed up saying, okay, my friend's child got potty trained when, she was maybe 3 months old, and my child is 3 years and still not potty trained. It's okay. Just take things very lightly, go very slowly. Live the moment with your child, because when I connected with you and when I was going through your page, the first thing which I did was go to the the old photos, the drives and all, and look at my videos, and Dhruv's videos when he was very small, because those moments are gone, and they are not never going to come back. And that time, though, I was very overwhelmed and I was very tensed and all those things, like I'll actually cry if I start speaking about it. But now when I think about it, it was one of the most beautiful phases of my life. So please don't, just worry and let this moment pass by. Just leave it aram se and let your child live also aram se without getting tensed. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Those
thank
are
you so
really good.
much, Vidya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also one more thing, one very important thing, uh, please take care of yourself. Like, if you like to wear some good dress, do it. You like to do makeup, do it. You like to keep your hair beautiful, do it. Because that's the first thing which I do every morning. Okay, so even my husband will also say, okay, you're going to, drop your child in school. Uh, but then I'll make sure that I'm all glammed up before I step out of the house because that makes me feel good and makes me feel happy and confident. So, don't let that little child or that young girl inside you die just because you're a mom. Take care of yourself, take care of everything, and do everything that makes you happy. Okay, take care of your, happiness, make yourself as a priority also. And when you take care of yourself, you're actually not being a selfish mom. Instead, you're actually setting an example to your daughter that, you yourself, your body is also important even after becoming a mom. Similarly, you're also showing it to your son that, when his future wife or anybody who's going to come in their life, they are also important, and, they also have to take care of themselves. They also have their likings and, their priorities, and that have to be taken care of. So you are never being selfish. A lot of moms says that, if I take care of myself, if I'm doing something which I love to do, like I love gardening, and in my terrace I have like over 200 plants that I'm taking care of. So I spend some time over there also. So a lot of moms says that, when I'm doing something which I love, I feel that I'm being very selfish. I'm taking out time from my child. I'm doing something for myself. But it's okay. If that is making you happy, you're going back to your child in a very happier way, like as a happy mom. It's perfectly fine. You are never being selfish. You're teaching something good to your child, in fact. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
That
those were
was,
like really, yeah,
yeah.
important words. Thank you so much.
Thank
It was a lovely session. Vidya, if you don't have any further questions, Vidya, if you don't have to add anything, then I would just like to conclude by saying that it was beautiful, it was lovely, and it was inspiring to have you. Like today I've learned so much from you, and I'm sure like everyone who watched you and who will be watching this video in future, I'm sure like they will derive a lot of things from here. Thank you so much, Vidya,
you
again
so
for
much. Thank
joining us and
you.
being
Yes.
with us. It was
Thank you so
great.
much.
It was
Yeah.
really great having you here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.